The IRS just flipped. Now, the IRS warns of a new $600 threshold that's going to be coming where you have to report on transactions for Venmo and PayPal and any side hustles that you have with third-party vendors. But that all just changed yesterday. A lot of people were upset and concerned about what was going to be unfolding here. They were saying it was going to be a disaster, and the IRS decided just yesterday, no, stop, pause. We cannot have this going on. This has to be delayed. Now, this just came out. I'm going to give you all the details. I'm going to put these articles on the screen, read right from them, and I'm going to link them in the description below. So if you'd like to read them yourself, you can do so. And stick with me till the end because take a look at this. The Senate snubs the omnibus amendment that would have raised the limit for issuing the 1099-K. That's right, they wanted to address this in the bill that just passed and it did not make it in. But take a look at the headlines. All these just coming out in the last 24 hours. IRS pauses a rule requiring people to report PayPal, Venmo transactions over $600. Here's what went wrong. Just updated today, December 24th. And by the way, Merry Christmas. IRS delays new tax reporting rule on Venmo PayPal payments over $600, and the IRS delays tax reporting changes for 1099-K on Venmo PayPal business payments. This just coming out Friday, December the 23rd. As they're saying, a lot of people were going to be blindsided by this new IRS threshold rule. As they're saying before, it was $20,000, and now they're dropping it all the way down to $600 for a transaction. And they're saying a lot of people that depend on these for a little additional money and side hustles, they would have been scrambling to try to find some sort of reporting or papers on this, and a lot of people would have been hit hard, paying a whole lot more in taxes than they were expecting. But this all has been changed, and I'm going to let you know all the details. So let's go ahead and dive right in. But before we do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, don't forget, smash the like button. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm a ton. Thank you so much. And if you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? All you got to do is very quickly hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. I'll let you know everything that's going on. And again, hope you and the family are having a blessed Christmas, and I hope you're staying warm out there. I know there's that Arctic blast. I'm in Houston, Texas, and we're feeling it here. My pipes froze, and when I went out to turn the valve, snapped right off. We had to have the plumber come out and fix it for us. So don't worry, we're good now. We've got water going, but I hope you guys are staying warm and having a great Christmas. But with that being said, let's dive into these articles and get you caught up on the latest on how the IRS, they just flipped. All right, so link in the description below to this article that just came out yesterday, and there's been updates rolling out throughout the morning. The IRS delays tax reporting change for 1099-K on Venmo PayPal business payments. Now, the article says, key points. The IRS announced that it won't require platforms such as PayPal and Venmo to issue a tax when a user's business transfers exceed $600. And the pre-2022 threshold of 200 plus transactions worth an aggregate above $20,000 remains in place for now. So they're going to be continuing on the old rule, and they're going to be delivering on the new one here in a little bit. Now it says the IRS has delayed for a year when payment services such as PayPal and Venmo and e-commerce companies such as eBay, Etsy, and Poshmark will have to issue tax forms to individuals whose business transactions through those platforms exceed $600. So let me know if you're somebody that uses any of these, if you make any sales. Did you even know about this? And that's the issue. They're saying a lot of people didn't even know this was coming and don't know even how to report on it. Now, the agency on Friday said that such third-party platforms won't have to use that threshold for when they report 2022 tax year transactions on a Form 1099-K, which goes to both the IRS and the taxpayer. Instead, they can rely on pre-2022 thresholds of more than 200 transactions worth an aggregate above $20,000. Now, this came from the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. It dropped the threshold to $600, and even a single transaction can trigger a form. So they're saying that this would have been implemented, and this came from the stimulus package before with all of those provisions in 2021. Now, to help smooth the transition and ensure clarity for taxpayers, tax professionals, and industries, the IRS will delay implementation of the 1099-K changes, says Doug O'Donnell, acting IRS commissioner, in a statement. The additional time will help reduce confusion during the upcoming 2023 tax filing season and provide more time for taxpayers to prepare and understand the new reporting requirements. Now, the agency said that it will issue additional details on the delay as well as guidance for taxpayers who may have already received received a 1099-K as a result of the American Rescue Plan changes. Even without the new reporting requirements in place, income from business transactions through such platforms is still taxable, which means sellers must report it. The delay only means that business activity won't generate a 2022 tax form at that low threshold. Tax pros and deep concerns about this $600 threshold. So this is not getting wiped away as a lot of people would have liked to have seen. This is still going to be implemented. It is simply being delayed. So they're saying take this delay, this 1-year delay, to start educating and teaching yourself about this, because if you're somebody that uses these and you exceed $600, you're going to get hit with this. Now, tax professionals and consumers are likely to cheer on the delay. Tax pros had flagged the low tax reporting threshold as a possible pain point for filers, with the risk of receiving 1099-Ks for personal transfers on platforms such as Venmo and PayPal, such as gifts and reimbursements. As tax preparers, we are more or less expecting the worst, said Alberto Campo, a certified public accountant and president of AJC Accounting Services in Manalapan, New Jersey. He told CNBC earlier this month. We're expecting most of our clients to get these things, he said, so we're trying to be proactive in addressing it. So the majority of people, they're saying, are likely going to get hit with this. Last week, the American Institute of CPAs shared deep concerns about the $600 tax reporting threshold in a letter to the Senate Finance Committee and House and Ways Means Committee. The professional group said that it supported the National Taxpayers Union Foundation recommendation to raise the threshold to a level sufficient to exempt casual or low-level online activity. AICPA said even a $5,000 threshold would be significant progress. So they're saying, why not do that instead of $600? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, take a look at this, you guys. The Senate snubs the omnibus amendment that would have raised the limit for issuing the 1099-Ks. Now, this was introduced in the Senate a couple days ago before it passed, and then yesterday it went on to the House and it went without this amendment. So we know that this did not make it in, but there was an effort to address this in the year-end spending bill that was going through Congress right now. And as a result of it not getting addressed, the IRS had to step in and say, no, we need to delay this. Now, take a look, you guys. This just coming out. Now, this came out a couple days ago, so it's a little bit delayed, but it says this amendment did not make it into the list of amendments that were voted on in the Senate as it passed the bill on Thursday, December the 22nd. The omnibus bill is being sent to the House where it is expected to pass, and we saw it pass yesterday. But take a look at what they tried to do. Senator Bill Hagerty and Joe Manchin are planning to introduce an amendment to the omnibus spending bill that would increase the reporting threshold for Form 1099-K from $600 per year to $10,000 per year. So even they were saying, listen, let's not drop it all the way down to $600. Let's just take the $20,000 threshold and cut it in half. Now, that tropical breeze that you just felt was actually tax professionals everywhere breathing a sigh of relief. Although it is way too early to know if it will end up in the final bill or if the final bill will even pass. Well, we know now a couple days after this that it did pass, but without the amendment. But you can see even here in the Senate, they were trying to address this, saying this $600 threshold is going to be very problematic for a lot of people around the globe, and it's going to be a pain for tax filers and for tax professionals. So they're saying, listen, we need to make some adjustments. We need to raise awareness. We need to prepare everybody for this. So they are delaying this for 1 full year. So just to clarify, the $600 threshold is still in place, but it's going to be getting delayed for 1 full year. Now, this modification that they wanted to make to take it from $600 to $10,000 did not make it into the spending bill. But if you want to know what did make it in the spending bill, Social Security funding did, and so did more funding for SNAP benefits and food benefits for children. If you want all the details, check out this video right here. And I also let you know what did not make it into the bill was reform to SSI, and also child tax credits and adult tax credits. They got cut. They did not make it in the bill. If you want all the details on those, check out this video right here next, and I'll catch you in the next one. And if you made it this far and haven't already, don't forget, smash the like button, subscribe to stay up to date. Have a great Christmas. This is Steve.